When did you find out you would WD'd from this tournament?
Yeah, there was a bit of a panic, I guess, on Sunday. I didn't see my name either, so I had a bit of a panic for about 30, 40 minutes, and the problem was I knew he was out in Vegas.
Fine, I can do everything. It's my ring finger and pinky finger were just kind of in the transition coming down. I just kept playing with my wrist and just felt like it was very weak and kind of a tingling feeling as if you kind of hit your funny bone. Struggling to grip the club. My ring finger and pinky finger. Can't grip it. Putter is absolutely horrendous. Ball striking is absolutely phenomenal.
I drove it terrible all day. It really costed me. It's just I didn't have a chance to, I don't know, I just didn't know where the ball was going off the tee, so hopefully go figure that out here in the next little bit.
There is a dangerous illusion in professional sports that once an athlete unlocks the secret to absolute dominance, they become permanently bulletproof. We look at certain champions as if they are machines, completely immune to the physical vulnerabilities and psychological friction that destroy ordinary players. For years, Brooks Koepka was the embodiment of that machine. He was the man the entire golfing world feared. A robotic, ice-veined titan who built his entire legacy on one simple premise. When the stakes are at their absolute highest, he does not break. But golf has a brutal way of proving that no legacy is permanent. And the version of Koepka that just exited the Genesis Scottish Open was a shadow of that former self. This wasn't just a routine missed cut. This was a highly alarming structural collapse that has sent a wave of genuine panic through his camp, just days before he is set to chase a Claret Jug.
I don't know. That's such a tough question. I don't know. It definitely should be a shot, at least maybe two. I don't know, what is it, 2 now? Easy to come out to work when everything at home lines up, and everything's a lot better, miss after miss, and it's tough to kind of build any confidence when you're not putting well.
What started as a confusing administrative blunder behind closed doors has suddenly transformed into a full-blown medical crisis on the golf course, throwing his entire season into absolute jeopardy. To understand how this crisis reached a boiling point, you have to look at the bizarre sequence of events that unfolded before a single ball was even struck at the Renaissance Club. The drama began early in the week when rumors suddenly flashed across golf media alleging that Koepka had abruptly withdrawn from the field. In a sport currently hypersensitive to sudden player movements, the news instantly triggered widespread alarm. But the reality behind the scenes wasn't a calculated decision. It was pure administrative incompetence. Koepka didn't call tour officials to pull out. He actually found out about his supposed withdrawal when his phone exploded with frantic text messages from friends and media members asking what was wrong. Koepka was completely blindsided.
When did you find out you would WD'd from this tournament?
Yeah, there was a bit of a panic, I guess, on Sunday. I didn't see my name either, so I had a bit of a panic for about 30, 40 minutes, and the problem was I knew he was out in Vegas. 2 hours of complete panic of what had gone on. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm here.
Sitting in his hotel room, he had to call his agent to figure out why his name had been entirely scrubbed from the official tournament list. It turned out to be a massive clerical blunder by tournament staff who botched his registration logistics to fix the high-profile mistake and avoid an absolute public relations disaster. Tournament directors had to pull emergency levers behind the scenes, scrambling to issue Koepka a sponsor's exemption just so he could physically step inside the ropes on Thursday. But while the entry mix-up was solved with a piece of paper, Koepka's true crisis was much deeper, hidden beneath the athletic tape on his left hand. Once he took to the podium for his pre-tournament press conference, the 5-time major champion was forced to address the massive elephant in the room, a terrifying medical scare that has been silently threatening his career.
I don't want to say I didn't think I could do it, but I knew that it was going to be that much more difficult. And I looked at all these names a million times, it felt like, last year, just looking at everybody. And
I thought I played pretty solid. Not too many mistakes. Missed a short one there on 10. Just hit it too firm. Yeah, I've liked the way I've been playing, even though I haven't scored worth a damn. But I felt good. Every time I've played well, it's been in front of fans. I struggle with no fans. I can't get the energy. There's nothing. It's kind of very flat.
Koepka revealed that he is actively managing an ongoing case of ulnar nerve irritation in his hand, the exact same neurological flare-up that had forced his sudden dramatic withdrawal during the final round of the RBC Canadian Open. The ulnar nerve runs all the way down the arm into the hand, directly controlling grip strength and sensory feedback. Koepka openly admitted that during these flare-ups his fingers go completely numb, effectively cutting off the precise feel required to control a club face at 120 miles per hour.
Tried to hit a low fade, and then it turned into a high draw. And just, when you stand there and start thinking too long. Trying to not have the CG more to the front so I can release the toe, more toe hang to release the toe. Go home, go get treatment, go home, go work out, and then just chill. I went to the city yesterday and go get a nerve test, but with that scan coming up negative, I think it's kind of obvious what it is. Fine, I can do everything. It's my ring finger and pinky finger were just kind of in the transition coming down.
Even though emergency medical scans came back negative for permanent structural damage, the reality of a premier ball striker losing feeling in his power hand sent a massive chill through his entire team. Driven by pure competitive pride and the urgent need to build momentum before the year's final major at Royal Birkdale, Koepka decided to take the ultimate gamble. He ignored the medical warning signs, chose to push through the numbness, and teed it up anyway. For the first 18 holes, it looked like the gamble of a lifetime, showing flashes of the cold-blooded resilience that defined his prime major runs. Koepka defied his physical limitations to fire a brilliant 4-under-par 66 in the opening round, sitting just one shot off the tournament lead. The media immediately began writing the redemption story, praising his unmatched mental toughness. Then, Friday arrived, and the physical reality of playing with a compromised nerve caught up to him in devastating fashion.
Second shot golf course, you really got to control your iron play. Position off the tee, I think, is very important. Precise with your distance and your accuracy. I think it's a good challenging.
I left it in the right spot, correct side of the hole every time. I felt, I was doing what I was trying to do. Yeah, it feels like a normal par 3. There's just a little bit more commotion. Obviously, it's normally a lot different. In my mind, last year it didn't even happen. So, but I do know it's been a long time, so I'm itching to get a W.
During the second round, the wheels didn't just fall off. The entire machine imploded, lacking the precision control and vital grip strength needed to manage the punishing links layout. Koepka's ball striking completely deserted him. He fought the course on every single hole, carding a painful, error-riddled 4-over-par 74.
There was quite a bit of improvement. I don't think I would have gone out and played if it wasn't. But, I think it's just the ulnar nerve. I just kept playing with my wrist and just felt like it was very weak and kind of the tingling feeling as if you kind of hit your funny bone. Struggling to grip the club. My ring finger and pinky finger can't grip it. The whole warm-up, I felt fine. I was absolutely good, and then got to the range and went to grip the club and just couldn't even grip it. 11 tee.
That was it. And you've never dealt with this before?
Not this. I don't know what it is.
As the cutline stabilized on Friday evening, the brutal reality set in. The 5-time major champion had plummeted completely out of the tournament and officially missed the weekend cut. This marks a devastating trend for Koepka since making his highly publicized return to the traditional competitive schedule. Following a painful missed cut at the U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills just weeks earlier, this latest collapse has triggered absolute panic among golf analysts and his corporate sponsors. The aura of invincibility is gone. When you look at his advanced stats this season, the red flags are impossible to ignore. His strokes gained putting has plummeted to 103rd on tour, and he is averaging nearly 30 putts per round. The ice vein finisher who used to stomp fields into submission is suddenly battling short miss anxieties and a body that refuses to cooperate. With the Open Championship just days away, the lead up to Royal Birkdale has turned into an absolute pressure cooker.
How frustrating is it when the rest of his game is looking pretty good, but just hasn't had it going with the putter this week?
Good, striking it exactly how I want to, flighting it the way I want to, and then putting's just everything just the same as it has been. Putter's absolutely horrendous. Ball striking's absolutely phenomenal. So
Playing well.
Poa?
Putting's, it's very. I've never felt comfortable on Poe. 4-footer was slightly downhill, and I felt like it kind of went a little bit of both ways. I tried to firm them all and take the break out.
He'll get that fixed. He said he's never putted well on Poe. Next week, the greens will be more to his liking. He's won there twice. I think the key to putting those Poe's greens is getting the speed down and getting the ball to roll in the hole where it'll go in any side of the hole.
Every casual comment made on the practice green and every piece of footage showing him adjusting his grip is being analyzed for signs of a total physical break. If he cannot survive the setups of a standard tour event, how can he be expected to withstand the punishing rough, heavy winds and brutal weather forecasts predicted for the final major of the summer? Rumors are already swirling through the player lounges that Koepka's camp is privately discussing whether playing next week is a high-stakes gamble that could inflict long-term damage on his legacy. The financial and professional implications of this freefall are just as severe as the competitive ones. Professional golf operates on the backing of massive corporate entities like Nike and Cleveland, who pay premium dollars for the prestige of dominant winners. When a marquee figure enters a slump fueled by a neurological injury, the sponsor panic is instantaneous.
I drove it terrible all day. It really costed me. I don't know exactly what it is. I've tried different things that I know that I'm used to doing mechanically wrong.
I think putting is probably last in the field, but never really putted well here.
Any idea what you're going to work on putting-wise when you leave us?
I'll find out when I get to my phone right after I leave you guys to go figure this out. I got to look back. Off the top of my head, I know a few missed right, maybe one left.
Insiders suggest that corporate partners are watching the situation with intense anxiety. No brand wants their primary investment to be a tragic headline before the most watched event of the summer, and the true extent of Koepka's physical struggles is now the primary topic of conversation in boardroom meetings. The raw, unvarnished reality is that the most feared major specialist of this generation is in a fight for his life against his own physical longevity.
Ways away, I feel like I needed to get to at least. It'd have been nice to stay at 6, maybe. It's just I didn't have a chance to. I don't know. I just didn't know where the ball was going off the tee. So hopefully go figure that out here in the next little bit. I've seen a lot of improvement, and hopefully, I mean, we're 2-3 weeks in, so hopefully it just gets better and better.
The era of comfortable dominance is officially over. Whether Koepka can reverse this disastrous momentum, find a medical fix for his hand, and discover the secret behind his unbeatable major mentality before the first tee time next Thursday remains the most compelling question in the sport. But for now, the major panic is entirely real. The physical vulnerabilities are completely exposed, and time is rapidly running out. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.